Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile unique item video for you. This one's going to be on the Blood Dance Sharkskin Boots. We're going to read it, discuss some of the builds it would go with, and discuss the lore. The Blood Dance Sharkskin Boots. Evasion rating 126. Requires level 44, 79 dex. The dex is getting pretty steep, costly there, and the level is pretty high. So this is obviously used for someone that is investing quite a bit into dex. 34 to dexterity, 20% increased movement speed, 2% increased movement speed per frenzy charge, 3% reduced attack and cast speed per frenzy charge, 1% of life regenerated per second per frenzy charge, 24% chance to gain a frenzy charge on kill, gore footprints, 6% increased damage against enemies on low life per frenzy charge. Sharks thrash and swirl to the pounding drum of their frenzied hearts as they dance in the water's red. Lavinia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Guardian of the Karui Way. So we can see here that these, while they cost 79 dex, they do give a huge bonus to, a huge stat of dex, stat chunk of dex to you when you put them on, and increased movement speed and 2% increased movement speed and stuff. You can see here that they're built for someone who's going to be mainly a dex frenzy charge type person, because all the mods that give plus to frenzy charge and it giving a 24% chance to frenzy charge on kill, and that goes up to 30%. So you can see they're very useful for anyone who's going to be getting lots of frenzy charges or charges. This comes in handy whether it's builds for discharge, to use the frenzy charges to let discharge go off and do massive damage, or anybody that's using flicker strike, or anyone that wants the increased life regeneration. I've seen righteous fire builds that actually can wear these because you're killing so fast and you're running through enemies so fast that you get built up of frenzy charges, and that in turn gives, with the 3 to 4 frenzy charges, you get that 1% life each charge. That's a lot of extra regeneration, and it actually, if you get one, it's one of the builds I was working on. If you get 4 frenzy charges, you can get that by getting one of the passives that give another frenzy charge. You can get 4% regeneration off of frenzy charges, and then you can actually counter that by using Blood Rage, and Blood Rage basically would give you a frenzy charge every time you killed someone, but it's so even because it's 4% and 4%, so it would steep off if you got another 1%, but it would add the Blood Rage bonuses without affecting you while you used Righteous Fire. And then of course, it doesn't have Calling Strike, but it has something similar, that adds increased damage on people that are low life. Anyone below 35%, I think it was, or 30%, you're going to do extra damage on. If you have the normal 3 frenzy charges, it's going to be 18 damage, 8% extra damage, which isn't bad. And then it has the cool unique of gore footprints following you. So it does have a cool cosmetic attached to it. And sharks thrash and swirl to the pounding drum of their frenzied hearts as they dance in the water's red. That alludes to the name, the Blood Dance, and the Karui Way. The Karui talk about shark quite a bit. I'm sure you've heard Maramoa up here reference you as a shark. And so it seems that the Karui people had a lot of respect for the shark, and again it alludes to the sharkskin boots and them wearing the sharkskin boots. They may have thought that that it helps them, and they get power, more frenzy from it, and of course the frenzied hearts, the shark. So it all ties together with a frenzy charge using character. They're pretty straightforward in that regards, and you can use them with Cyclone and so forth, and they're actually an overlooked item for some. They're very cheap. You can get them for like a chaos or less, sometimes an alchemy orb. So if you haven't tried them out and you're using a frenzy character, I suggest that you might like them. The only downside is the reduced attack and cast speed. So that hurts a little bit, but not too much considering the other bonuses. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you. especially if you're building a frenzy character, because they're cheap. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.